What's up everyone, Sirian here, and today I've got a nice game of domination on firing range for you guys. This game's going to be a bit different from what you're used to seeing from me on Black Ops 4 because, my god, was this game a struggle. I don't want to spoil how things play out, but I will tell you that at the end of the game I did something that I don't usually do very often at all these days, and that was to jump in the text chat and drop the way too easy on the enemy team. It's something I hadn't really done for a long time when it happened, and it was good for a laugh for the people in the stream chat because we were all pretty hyped up after the game ended the way it did. Anyway, on that note, I wanted to just start this video off by quickly talking about that in particular. Now, I don't know about anyone else, but when I play COD or any sort of PvP game, I always feel like I'm in a competition. It doesn't matter whether it's ranked play or just public matches like I prefer. If I'm in an actual game and I'm playing, I'm pretty much always going to be trying hard, even if I'm doing some goofy setup or whatever. And because of that mindset, I can tend to get a bit feisty with my commentary at times. You'll see that a fair bit throughout this video because it tends to come out more in super stressful games like this one. I especially tend to get fired up a bit when I know that someone in the game is targeting me specifically. It's just how it is, and I think it really helps me just try that extra bit harder and play a bit better, you know? If you're not getting properly into it and you don't really care about the result, you're never going to play as well as when you do. Now, the reason I bring this up to start with is because I have had one or two people mention it to me, and I did want to address it. You know, it's just how I am when I play these games, and at the end of the day, it is just a game. I'm not getting off my computer at the end of the day and fuming or losing sleep over what happened or what anyone said to me. I get people say rude or mean things to me on a daily basis, and I really don't care about any of them. Hell, there are people who have said really horrible things to me over the years of playing PvP games, and just about every single one of them I have no hard feelings towards, because I understand that people do get fired up in the course of these games. So just bear that in mind if you're thinking the same thing. I have changed a bit over the years as well. I pretty much never even hop in the chat and type anymore, which is something I used to do quite a bit back in the day. Those of you who watch me regularly will know how rare it is for me to actually get in the text chat and talk shit, and I can't even remember the last time I used my mic to talk to people in a game like COD. If someone's annoying or playing like an asshole, then yeah, I'll tell the people in my stream chat that. I think that's what they're like, but it's very rare for me these days to actually talk any shit in game to the people who will actually hear it. So at the end of the day, it's just part of the running commentary for stream. When you play 8 to 12 hours of these games nearly every day and you have to be talking constantly while you're doing it, there are going to be times when you get a bit frustrated or heated up, and I really don't think it's that big a deal. I hope you guys agree. It's just how I am, and I don't think I'm likely to change that anytime soon. So yeah, I think I've waffled on enough about that. Let's get down to what I actually wanted to talk about, and that is Black Ops 4, and what I think of it so far. At the time of writing, this game has been out for the better part of 2 months now, and so far I have to say I'm really enjoying it. I have Dark Matter Camo already, as you all know, and I'm also Prestige Master level 450 something, I think. Recently I was actually ranked number 4 in the world on PC for total kills, but I think that will have dropped at time of writing because I've taken a few days off playing recently to deal with some other stuff. Anyway, let's get down to specifics. I am really pleased with the PC port this year, and I'm so glad to be able to say that for once. There are a few minor nitpicks I have here and there, but the only really big thing I can think of is the lack of ping limiter. I really don't understand why we don't have one when Black Ops 2 had one that worked great. It's a feature that's seemingly flown completely under the radar, but by and large this is, in my opinion, an excellent PC port. My game gets really nice frame rates, and even on max settings it runs really well if you have a decent setup. I don't use max settings because I like more frames, but that option is available to those who want the shinier graphics. The mouse input is great for me, which is a big relief after Black Ops 3 had the worst mouse input in the entire series, and the combination of good frames and good mouse input is a big plus for the game right out of the gate. On top of that, I haven't seen many cheaters at all. I'd say less than 10 in the time I've played. Most of them have been in like the last week. I guess there was a new free cheat released or something, but there really aren't that many. It's nowhere near World War II or Infinite Warfare status. And the game has just about every feature you would possibly want in a PC FPS. Not every, but just about every. So, as far as balance goes, I think the game's in a decent enough state. I've actually been, for the most part, pleasantly surprised by how PC-specific issues have been dealt with. Akimbo Swords, for example, were absolutely broken on release, but have since been nerfed and are now not an absolute plague the way they were on release. And they got onto that pretty damn quickly, so that was really nice to see, and it's not the only example either. Obviously, balance isn't perfect, but it's never going to be in COD. At the moment, my complaints as far as balance goes would center on the Tempest being way overpowered, melee being obnoxious because of its lock-on, lunge, and the 145 damage a hit, and the slower firing SMGs like the MX-9 and GKS being pretty bad. But by and large, Dark Matter Grind was not too bad at all, and I am incredibly thankful for the fact that Treyarch did listen to beta feedback and nerf the snipers in the full release. Yes, the Koshka and the Outlaw without attachments were a pain to get gold, but in the grand scheme of things, I would much rather they be underpowered than overpowered, so I'll take that any day of the week. I'm just wrapping up on a few things here. Unfortunately, the game's netcode is a bit shit, in my opinion. I never like to blame hit detection for things, but there are some really inexcusably bad instances of hit detection in this game, and I really hope they work on it in future. You know, I'll clip something and go back and look at the clip, and you just be like, wow, there's 3 out of the 8 bullets that I shot just went right through the guy. You know, that sort of thing. The netcode is also a bit iffy at times, with the infamous round-the-corner deaths being very common in this game. A lot of people cried about it on Reddit and blamed the 20 Hz servers, but as we've seen, the servers got up to 60 Hz and you still die around corners all the time, so that clearly wasn't the issue. It's obviously related to something else. On top of that, the 60 Hz server update seems to have caused a bunch of other problems. First of all, I'd like to point out that Black Ops 2 had 20 Hz servers, and they're, you know, if people were on good ping, you didn't usually die around corners in that game. So, server tick rate is possibly the greatest meme of 2018. I'm not exaggerating at all when I say that since the 60 Hz update, there is at least one person on average per lobby who is teleporting really badly for basically the whole game. Sometimes you get teams where 3 or more people are doing it, and it's absolutely awful to play against. So I really hope they fix that sometime soon as well. I'm not a netcode or video game maker, so I can't help them out with that one. I don't know why it does it, but I hope they fix it. Anyway, at the end of the day, specialists are still really annoying, but they're part of the game, and to be fair, I do tend to kill people more with them than I get killed by them myself, so I guess it balances out in the end. A game like COD is always going to have balance issues, and something I actually think the series never gets enough credit for is having a relatively well-balanced meta compared to most games of similar type. For example, just compare weapon variety in this game to a game like Battlefield 1, whose weapon variety was apparently relatively good for a Battlefield game, from what I've heard, but was absolute garbage compared to pretty much any Call of Duty game, so, you know. All things considered, I am really happy with Black Ops 4 so far. I've been having tons of fun with it, and I hope to keep doing so. I do live stream it pretty much every day over on Twitch, so if you haven't yet, come check out the channel over there and say hi. I won't bite, and I would assume neither will anyone else. But that's going to be it for the day, and thanks for watching, and enjoy the rest of the video.
Securing A. Charlie.
Bitch.
Enemy UAV above. Lost the lead.
Nice.
Our attack deploy beacon is offline.
Think we might need to slap some wannabes here, Grunt.
Securing
Might
Alpha.
need to send out the SOS.
Hostile UAV circling. Hostile UAV.
This is one of the worst teams I've ever seen. They literally just don't go for B at all.
Hostile drone squadron inbound. Establish multiple UAVs. Hostile CUAV.
Not right now, DZ.
Hellstorm 1 by.
Taking B.
Keep my UAV, I think. Actually, no, fuck it.
UAV established overhead.
Hellstorm available.
Oh, thanks for the power squat game.
Take what you can from this and win
Bitch.
the next round. Hostile UAV circling. B locked down.
Chopper available for tasking.
Enemy CUAV established above. Losing B.
Good garbage. Bodied.
Beacon is offline.
Teabagged fuckface.
Halftime. Battle's lost. Pop smoke, then regroup.
Wow. Teammates, please.
Assault back right here.
Enemy deleted.
Secure the objective.
Is there a spot of you? Absolutely, Eddie. Get the fuck in here. Wish I had the power to kick my teammates. I so would.
Alpha secure. Hostile attack chopper inbound. Target trapped.
Look at that crap. What are you supposed to do about that? Like, how are you supposed to hit that?
Does come first.
40 ping, no problems my end. Oh yeah.
Hostile Hellstorm inbound.
Bitch. Teabagged fuckhead.
Losing Alpha.
Is this K-Tran guy actually boosting? I've never seen him do anything.
Hostile attack chopper
Like,
inbound.
all he does is sit on a fucking head glitch spot like that.
Losing A.
Helicopter kill.
Securing Charlie.
Let them survive.
Enemy took Bravo.
He missed, shithead.
Hostile UAV circling. Hostiles have established multiple UAVs. Enemy CUAV established.
You play like a bitch. Taste my cock. And then you died again. Haha.
Beacon is offline. Taking C.
UAV available for
Losing
tasking.
Alpha.
FMJ2 is just, yeah, extra strong FMJ. It's exactly what it sounds like. Teabagged.
UAV mission timeline 50% expended. Securing Bravo. Bravo locked down.
Maybe because he's, if he's tased, then he actually has a hitbox.
Fallback's down. Come get it. Enemy UAV above. UAV energy levels 50% depleted. Enemy CUAV established above.
Hostiles have destroyed your
Teammate,
UAV.
just shoot at him once. That guy's internet is so bad. How is it even possible to have internet that bad?
UAV standing by.
Lucky shithead.
Capture your objective. Mission timeline
You got fucking dumpstered. I'm install.
UAV standing by.
Bitch. Number of times I say bitch right now. 'Cause there's so many bitches on the enemy team. Look, there's another one.
Hellstorm awaiting deployment.
UAV 50% time check.
Hostiles have destroyed your UAV.
Friendly tactical beacon offline.
Flash 1.
You got fucking destroyed. Ah, sad.
Securing Bravo.
There is no carrying this team. At all.
Supplies. First come, first served. Enemy UAV above.
Oh, okay. That guy's RK7 kills in 2 bullets.
Hostile UAV circling. Losing A. Being dominated. Get aggressive. Hostile UAV circling. Securing C. Enemy C
Somehow
UAV
not died.
established above.
Alright.
Taking Alpha.
Look at he's on the screen for like a frame. And that guy's on the screen for like a frame. Get dumpstered, son.
Hellstorm available for tasking.
Hostile tac deploy beacon online.
Should have gone for it with the rest of it. Would have got more points.
Friendly tac deploy beacon offline.
You're in a corner with Ghost. You're not on the map. Okay.
Securing Alpha. Securing B. Assault pack's down. Come get it.
UAV available for tasking.
UAV
Available for tasking.
There's a dickhead in a corner there, sad.
Three EKIA.
securing Bravo. UAV above. Commencing surveillance operations. Securing A. UAV perimeter established. Angels 10.
Bitch.
Hellstorm awaiting deployment.
A locked down. Enemies having
Oh, nice. They got a
Flag
Mantis.
chopper standing by.
losing C. Weapons hot.
Yeah! Jesus.
Hellstorm 1 by.
Assault pack right here. Securing B. All locations locked down. Dig it and hold them.
Enemies have destroyed your attack chopper.
Losing C.
Oh, and he sniped me out of that. Fuck you.
Necessitat out. Losing Alpha.
Shooting at someone else, aren't you? Yeah, you are, you absolute shitter.
Enemy has Alpha. Taking Alpha. All locations secured. Hold your positions. Care package. Losing C. Deploy UAV on my grid.
Bitch.
Losing Bravo. UAV above. Attack him. Losing UAV on station above.
This dude's going for A. Get him on.
Enemy took Alpha. UAV energy level. Taking A.
Hellstorm available for tasking.
All locations locked down. Dig in and hold them. Losing B.
You can see that guy Brent is so hard on the map. Where's my rego on that game? Like, I'm not missing that guy. I said, kneel.
UAV available for tasking.
If we win this, I am so dropping the way too easy on these people.
Hellstorm available for tasking.
I said, kneel.
UAV perimeter established. Angels
Hellstorm triple.
Well, that is not a person, that's a car. We did it!
Perfect planning. Perfect
Here we go. I said I'd do it, and I'm doing it.
backups.
Didn't think it was possible, but apparently it is. All it takes is for me to get 21,000 points and 169 kills. I'm sorry, guys. That's way too stressful. I can't handle that.